Autobots, transform!
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformer fan, and today I'll be reviewing Transformers Jetfire, but not this Jetfire. I figure I'd warm up for the Siege Jetfire review by reviewing Transformers Thrilling 30 Leader Class Jetfire from 2014. A figure I've had in my collection for a while and have not gotten to, and it was just sitting there, so I figured now is the time, if any. Anyway, here he is from 2014 in his window box packaging. This was one of the first attempts to give us a cartoon accurate Jetfire from the guys over at Hasbro that I know of for a long time. And here's the packaging, and towards the side of the packaging you can see the artwork from the front of the box continues to the side of the box, and it is designated 21 of 30 pieces that they were doing the Thriller 30. I guess for the 30th anniversary. It says removable helmet, turbo thrusters, arm mount cannons down there. He has a little bit of a tech spec right here, and he has a little bit of a bio right there if you care to pause that and read that. And this side of the box is giant Autobot logo, Jetfire Leader Class, and Jetfire down the bottom of the box. So I'm gonna get this guy open and I'm gonna check him out, just because he might be relevant in my Siege review, maybe, you know. Slide this guy out of the box. He's packaged with just this instruction. I don't see any type of little card or anything. I guess no card came with this. It is a color instructions, which they rarely do now. Shows the transformation, shows you can combine the weapons, and that is pretty much it. And here's Jetfire in the box. I was concerned that he was sitting here turning yellow too. Also, that's another reason I wanted to get him open. So I'm gonna get him out real quick, doing my unboxing thing. And it's always one. Every time I think it's done, there's always one still on there. Yep, right here on the arm. I knew it. There's always one. Here's Jetfire out of his box. And he has one firing missile. I'm assuming, you can tell by the grooves that it probably fires. Okay, so here is Jetfire. I'll tell you right now, one thing that turned me off about this thing is something that I usually like about figures, is the red chromed out parts. I love chromed out parts, but somehow it just doesn't fit with him. This is the one time they probably should have skimped on it. And at the time they were making these, they were making like overseas version, and usually the overseas version were more spectacular than ours. There's a battle mask, and for some reason I'm thinking the overseas version might get the chrome parts, and we wound up getting it, which was weird. Alright, let's get a closer look at Skyfire Jetfire. And since I just knocked off his battle mask came off. This whole battle mask thing came into play from, I believe it was Dreamwave comic books, when he fought what was his name, Starscream's brother, Sunstorm or whatever. So this thing is like half comic book, half cartoon. Skyfire and Jetfire all mixed, combined, or whatever. So yeah, taking a look, spinning them around. The chrome backpack, there's a little bit of like residue right here on mine. Can't take it back to the store. I haven't had it so long. Can't swap it out for another one. So yeah, I think that was the back of the cardboard sticking to it after all these years. Back of his legs. Back to the front of this guy. He's armed up pretty well. Yeah, and I think I would have preferred it as red plastic. I'll see as I go along in this review. But so let's take an overall look at him. He looks pretty good. This mold wound up being used again in Transformers think it's Combiner Wars. It was Combiner Wars, then turned into Titans Return, then turned Positive Prime, and now it's Siege. But I think it was in Combiner Wars, and it was used as Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream with I think a little bit of retooling. And it was the 3 main jets. And I have a couple of those unused. But anyway, so just to take a look at him overall, he has a translucent cockpit area with a little digital tech behind it done in like a silver and a plastic Autobot symbol in the middle of that, which I wish he had a regular Autobot symbol somewhere. That would have been cool on his main body, but he doesn't have it. He has a little bit of molded in detail, and it's not overdone. It's kind of the way I like it. I just don't like the reverse side of the wings right here staring at you where they hollowed it out to save some plastic and some money. Kind of don't like that. And it's pretty much, it's a pretty good representation of Jetfire. I would know what they were trying to do immediately when I see it. And again, actually knocked off the battle mask, so we might as well take this off because he took it off in that one comic book. Because this was meant to look like a little bit like the toy Jetfire from back in the day, and then reveal the cartoon head to sort of explain the differences in the looks from the G1 cartoon to the G1 toy, like as if he had a mask underneath, so like Ultra Magnus, he can take it off and look like both versions that we know. And it was pretty cool that they tried to explain that. Dreamwave Comics brought a lot of sense to the continuity of everything we know, and it's still sort of the standard of the Transformers universe that we know today going forward, and all the different publications and media outlets. So this is his head underneath, and he's supposed to have light piping hidden in there well on the little blue spot, but I guess because the way my lights are positioned, it's not coming in well. So I'm going to try to help it out with a little light above his head. So there is the light pipe. Either it's not done well or I'm not getting a lot of light in this room. Either one, you decide. Because my lights are like pretty much behind me. They're not directly overhead, which maybe I should work on. I don't know. And let me see if it, because the battle mask has a translucent lens. Let me see how well it works with that. Put that back on his head. And try it again. So yeah, not a lot really coming through. You can sort of kind of see it. Guess that I have to do. Let me pop this off one more time. And I'm going to run down his articulation. You can take his head 360. He has a neck, a full neck in there that someone can grab, but that's rare. Normally the head is just sitting on a ball or whatever, but he has a neck under there. And it's on like a hinge joint. It's not a ball joint under there, which is pretty cool and rare at the same time. His head, he can look left, or he can 360. So never so much for left and right. He can look completely up, which is cool and rare, and not much down when these robots. And he's not really hitting his chin on his chest, but he can't look down that much at all, just a little bit. So that's that. Coming to his shoulder, it would 360, but it's hitting on his wings in the back. It's on a softer ratchet in there. Bring it to the side. He has a hinge over here where he can get his arm out this high. And he has a bicep swivel. That thing fully 360s. Coming to his elbow. Strong ratchet there. This is as far as he can get it up on that side. Coming to his waist. I'm thinking nothing because of all the attachments to his back, and yep, there's nothing there. And coming to his legs out this far, and I put all these guys in the splits just because they can do it. It's rare to see a robot do the complete split with a softer ratcheting joint in there. Get his leg to the front just this far. It's hitting his waist piece right here. It would go further. Jamming on there. Coming to the back as far as it goes because it's hitting stuff back here. But you can bend it and get more out of it like that. So that's probably all you will ever need. Kind of pose this guy. And he doesn't have, oh yeah, he does have a waist swivel or wherever. Thigh swivel in there at this joint. And you can do that. Coming to his knee. As far as he bends there, and his foot. There is no rocker. There is a front to back, but oddly enough, no rocker. They put a lot of stuff in this guy, but no rocker. I didn't check his hand. His hand is one molded piece. I wonder how I missed that, but yeah, it doesn't fold up for transformation, and it does not swivel. Wow, that's odd that they skimped on the rocker and then the hand rotation. That is really odd. So since he's holding this weapon, which I didn't get the little tie off of, his little chrome blaster. I guess it's a standalone weapon as just a blaster. Then it also fires a projectile. And another thing that kind of sucks, they only gave us one missile, and you know, normally you get two in case you lose one. I mean, I know you can only fire one at a time, but let's see what we got. Fires pretty good. Came right back to me. And the cannons on the sides of the arm, I showed you that these little chrome pieces come off. And once again, I think that's pretty much it. And I'm going to roll into the transformation. Okay, you know I like to hang my hat on my raw reviews and unrehearsed transformations and all that. But the lucky thing about this, I've actually transformed Combining War Starscream, which shares this mold. So this should go smooth. Now that I said I put the jinx on myself, I'm gonna take his weapons out of his hand, take these weapons off of his arms, and I believe the rest of the stuff I can leave on. Maybe the battle mask. I think the battle mask comes off for this. It might be able to stay on, but I don't know. I'm taking it off anyway to make it go smoother. So I'm gonna unhinge his arms a little bit. I'll move this forward. I'm gonna rotate his head to get that out of the way. Open up these panels. I think that's it for that for now. Wait, I'm gonna bring the arms all the way up. If I get it all the way in. And tab these arms together. And then they just rest right beneath where his chest and head was. Right in here, it's like not a perfect groove to fit, but they fit like right in there. Hands tuck away right there. I think I got that squared away. Then his legs come loose and around. And rotate these guns so they face forward. Wait, fold away his feet on both sides. I missed that. And like, yeah, just rotate the waist piece until these parts face forward. And okay, I just accidentally knocked the backpack off. It can stay on or comes off and get it out of your way, whatever. Rotate this around. And again, I gotta get this waist piece to turn completely up. I got it. So you can have these 2 points up. Then swing this up and down. And those little pieces sort of fit right in there. You close these 2 pieces up. And you got that. Then you take this part of the jet, obviously bring it right down here. That's in there. Unhinge this. Just a little bit, bring it back. That in place. And these wings up. And you pretty much have it underneath here. Oh, wait, gotta bring these wings out. And underneath here, there's a port right here. And a tab on top here. And that goes obviously together to secure the legs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So you have the basic jet. I knocked this off. I'm gonna leave this off for a second just to get to the basic jet. And also, if you wanted to, I'm gonna take these off too because they can come off. And here you have the basic jet that went on to be remolded at least 3 times: the Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. And he looks pretty cool. They got the front of the jet designed to look like the G1 and the back of it more modernized. The wings are thick as heck for whatever reason. They could have thrown some articulations right here, but they did not. But the wings are thick as heck. This thing is wide right here. I guess to accommodate the backpack. Looks pretty cool with the intake vents right there. But when you turn it over, you see the false cockpit. You see the back of his head. And like I say, I'm not sure if the battle mask could have stayed on. Maybe it could have. You see the arms and the legs hanging out. And I know this is most Transformer jets, but a lot of times it's cleaned up just a little bit better. I mean, you got gaps all in here and everything hanging out, which is kind of... But this toy is kind of old, so I'm really not burned by it. And this landing gear here does not fold up, but the wheels do roll. He has a landing gear at the front of the jet. You can bring him in for a landing. But just like this, he looks great. Looks fantastic, actually, because he looks like the G1 Skyfire, just modernized. Or Jetfire, I'm sorry. This is Jetfire, not Skyfire. Just modernized. I don't think they can use Skyfire anymore or something legally. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But here he is. And then, again, you can just put this back on here. And it rotates. This little backpack actually rotates for you. It came off before I can demonstrate, but it rotates so you can do a couple things with it. The chrome is outstanding as well. These things that were on his arm now go on the wings. And like most of these things, toys, the port, he has a lot of ports where you can port stuff in a lot of places. So yeah, you can get those on his wings. Put these back on his legs if you want to. So like this is the one time, like the red, because it's too it's like ruby red. To me, it just doesn't work for me. And you can take this giant gun here, put it on the front of the jet, and man, he's coming in for the kill like this. Oh wait, forgot to fold these wings up, and the wings come up like that. Did I have them up earlier? I don't know, but the wings come up like that, and you can still put this in here. Make it even a little bit longer and fire away. Well, this is Jetfire in his jet mode. And yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. All right, bring it a little bit closer. You can see the painted on Autobot logo here, and you can see the cockpit. I believe this thing opens. Yep, it opens and it reveals two very well molded in seats. It looks like it has leg room for a pilot, and I'm going to try to put that to the test. No, we need a little guy. Man, I mean, they got it where like a little guy, they could have gave us a little figure, because I swear it has like feet room. You can see it down in there where it's white at, where you can put some legs down in there for a guy to sit there with two molded in seats. So that's pretty cool. I did not expect this thing to open. I don't think I opened it when I played with Starscream at all. So I don't know. So anyway, moving on. Going to compare him to a G1 Seeker jet, which is a G1 Sunstorm. See how these guys scale. And I think that's proportionate, you know, sort of, kind of. Here is Transformers Masterpiece Sunstorm, and this thing is a lot bigger. I'm getting them both in. Take a look at that. So that's how he scales with a Masterpiece figure in jet mode. Alright, before I get out of this mode back to robot mode, I'm going to show you, as you probably should know, most of these toy lines now, you can port all the weapons all over the place, and you can take these from underneath here, put these down and add some firepower. Right here. Get this from underneath here and add even more to that over here. Just something you can do if you wanted to. It's a shame he doesn't have two to build that out even more. And you can take these things off and just add this one to here. It's all the same port. And I believe all these ports are, I think they're 5mm, and they fit the combine, not the Combiner War, the Siege guys ports and everything else. All right, taking a look at the back of the jet. Look at this guy back here. All right, the top of his shoulders are boosters, and they're not lined up correctly, are boosters. He has two standard boosters, and then like the upper atmosphere type booster rocket packs that propel him even more. He has 4 boosters in there. So, man, maybe his speed should be a 10. How can you catch this guy? Okay, here's Jetfire back in his robot mode, arming up, and I really I like this figure, but I don't like the armor they tried to put on to kind of resemble the G1. Then they vac metalized it and chromed it out, the chrome ruby red. Maybe if it was like a straight up bright red instead of the ruby, I would like it better. So I'm gonna take these off because I'm really not feeling that. And I'm gonna take the leg attachments off too. I like it better like that. And take one last look, and the battle mask. I'm gonna take that off too. I can get it off. Come on, battle mask. I like the take on the cartoon face better than that battle mask. It'd have been cool if they had like a red one so it can really look like the G1 Jetfire. It gave you a little bit of an option with the red visor in there. Anyway, I think I like them better like this, and I really wish he had like a straight up a black gun or something. And I remember a lot of people actually stripping this off, putting like a solvent and stripping this off of theirs, but I'm not the type of guy to go through all of that, at least not for this figure. So kind of like them better like this, and you can see like the normal red down here. That's cool. Only thing that sucks is they got the hollowing on the outside of the arm instead of the inside. I guess they did that because the port goes here too, and they just went all the way with it. But that kind of sucks. So I do like this figure. I like both molds. The only problem I got with it was when you turn it over, you see the complete robot body underneath. And I'm not too geeked up about the chrome, even though it looks damn good. It's just, I don't think, for this figure, it's not for me. But I do like it. I like the head sculpt. Light piping could have been done better. I don't like the fact that it's got this plastic Autobot symbol in there. And it's not outlined. It's just molded in red plastic inside there. I kind of don't get that. Really not feeling that. But he's a good, solid figure. I'm happy I opened it up. And I'm trying to whet your appetite and my appetite for the Siege Jetfire reviews coming next. It's actually done, but it's coming next. And I'm going to do some side comparisons and roll out with Jetfire right here. I'm bringing Siege Optimus Prime, put him next to Jetfire. So you can see what these guys look like side by side. Again, Legend Class Brawn, because he was hanging out with this guy in the G1 cartoon. See how they compare. Get him out of here. Bring in G1 Sunstorm. See how these compare, because it was relevant in the comic book. And take him out of here. And bring in fellow Thrilling 30, just reviewed Springer. See how these guys compare. Bring out Nucleon Optimus Prime. See how these... Wait, what? See how these guys compare? I'm going to bring out Siege Prowl. Please, deluxe class. Thank you for joining me for another toy review. I'm the 80s Transformer fan, and this is the review with every toy. Let's do it.